Hello. Let me ask you something. Do you feel so busy that you don't have the bandwidth to think about your own needs, let alone do anything about them? Like many people at the moment, the past 12 months may have left you struggling to separate work with your commitments at home, which is leaving you with very little time for yourself. Have you ever thought about how you can carve out time for yourself, your health, and your needs when you're always on? I know this is something that many of my business contacts and clients have been struggling with recently, and it's something I'm pretty familiar with myself too. So here are a few practical tips that you could use to help you make more time for yourself. The first step is quite simple. It's stop, take a deep breath, and realize that the world doesn't rest entirely on your shoulders. In some cases, you need to let go and trust that everything will be okay, even if some tasks on your list are done imperfectly or not done at all. Next, give yourself permission to take care of yourself now. Don't put it off until work is less busy or your kids are back in school or your house is tidy, because you'll probably never get to it. Try to define what you need when it comes to your own health and happiness by asking yourself these questions. How many hours of sleep are sufficient for you to be alert throughout the day? What kind of physical movement keeps you feeling in shape and pain-free? What foods keep up your energy and make you feel satisfied? Which people do you enjoy spending time with? How can you find ways to be outside? How can you connect with yourself and find your spiritual centre? What activities give you joy? Is it a hobby, reading, volunteering, or something else? Now, once you've determined what you need, have a think about which of the things on your list you can reasonably do given your current situation. For example, if work is full on at the moment, it may not be possible to train for a half marathon right now, but you could take half an hour to go out for a run a couple of times a week. Take a look at your schedule and see where there may be small pockets of time. What can you do to fulfill your needs now within the time you have available? Once you've identified the time you have available, schedule it into your calendar, much like you would an important meeting, because looking after yourself is that important. Set aside some time for reading, meditation, exercise, or whatever you've identified as your self-care requirement. Not only will self-care re-energise you, it will also motivate you to stop wasting time on unsatisfying activities. Now, I can't guarantee that you will ever feel really off work, but you can take steps to make sure that you put focus and attention on taking care of yourself each day. Always on doesn't have to mean you must sacrifice your own needs. It just means sometimes finding the time to make sure that your focus is on yourself. I promise if you do this, you, your family, and your business really will feel the benefit.